Hello, my friends. I want to do something not too warm, not too cool. We're thinking neutral. I also want to keep this look really, really easy and kind of give you some more options, some more Valentine's Day inspo, if you will. But I love the idea of this sparkle. And I also wanted to use this particular palette because it has a cream in here that we can use as a base. And I'm excited. I'm excited. All right, let's get started. But I'm gonna add some depth first. I'm gonna keep it very rounded. I feel like a rounded eye shape is just so much easier. This is an Urban Decay liner. Let me look at the shade. This is the shade Demolition. And I'm gonna do, ooh, Ben's on a meeting in there. Of course, we get to hear him. So what I'm gonna do is notice that it's just creeping out of my socket just a little bit. See how you can barely see it peeking out? That is perfect. That's exactly what we want. But also notice that there's no perfection. We don't have to worry about that. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the cream now on a C31. And before that sets, and this is gonna help it not set, I'm gonna take it and start to blend it out a little bit. See how easy that is? So easy. And yes, it is gonna change the color, but we will still have our depth. And then because this is angled, I'm gonna be able to bring it over this way and just transition it a little bit. Now that I understand that the cream is actually pretty pigmented, I'm gonna use less. I can fix this, we'll fix it together. That's the whole point of these tutorials. I want you to see the mess ups because most of makeup is just knowing how to fix it. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more, picking up less, and just kind of smooth all this out, and then we're gonna hop back over here. This isn't blended out, I just want it smoothed a little bit more. But let's fix this in this slide. So let's just add that back. There we go. I'm gonna wipe this just on my hand. Then I'm just gonna use the angled side because you'll notice the C31, it has a slope there. And it's there for a reason because our eyes need angles when it comes to the brushes. There we go. That's what I'm after. So Chanel sent me a different color. She actually sent me all of the shades. I'm very excited to swatch and kind of talk you through them. But this is medium olive. So you'll notice that I'm not going too warm. I love these because they're not too warm. They're also not considered contours either. So what I'm gonna do is, that's on the tip of the brush, I'm just gonna add that. Remember, we don't have any powders yet. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this all into the liner and that cream shadow. Look at how fun that is. Woo! Now we're about to hop over into the powders, and this eye look is almost done. So what I love about these is they're a satin. So they're gonna set, they're gonna completely set, but they're also not gonna give our eye too matte of a look. It's almost gonna have a wet look, but it's gonna be completely set. When I say wet, do not think it's going to feel wet. It's gonna feel completely set, but it's gonna have a lot more of that sheen to it. So we're taking this shade still, ooh, wrong one. We're taking this shade, there we go. And I just wiped that on Sheila and we're good to go. And we're just gonna go ahead and set everything. And then I'm gonna grab the darker shade. And remember, these three are powders. And then I'm gonna take that and just darken that up a little bit more and make sure this is all nice and set through the socket. Now, I'm not even going to lay down any base for this. I want this to just be my skin. Oops, there we go. I want this to be my skin, but glazed. Isn't that so pretty? Okay, let's go ahead. Let's grab it. Now, it is still a little tacky from everything else. There's a little bit of that there, so it will have the grab, but I don't want to change the color any more than what it is. I think that's really fun to just kind of glaze what we got going on. We're gonna pick that up on a flat brush. Oh, that is exactly what I had in mind. That is so pretty. It's gonna have kind of that sparkle blown out look to it. The floating lanterns, if you will. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I love it. Remember the Urban Decay liner? I'm just gonna take that and kind of pull that through the lash line, go on the top part. But then instead of doing a wing, which we're gonna clean this up in a minute. In fact, I might kind of just round this out. But what I like to do to add a little bit of lift is I'm coming from where my eye is separating. I'm gonna look this way so you can see. And then I'm just gonna take that and just kind of do a circle. Just keep drawing a circle till it gets a little bit darker. That looks perfect. And then I'm gonna grab an E27 and all I'm gonna do is just tap. And I do want you to know that Ben, I'm sure you might be able to hear him in there on a call, but he was on a business call, but somehow now they're talking about whoever he's on a call with, he's talking to his dog. And let's go ahead and diffuse this line as well. I feel like anytime you diffuse lines, it just becomes so much easier. And I really want this look to just be a little bit less challenging since we did that wild Feral Monday. This is one of my favorite tips to really blur the look. So wherever you see your skin tone, we're gonna say my skin tone peeking through. See here, that's similar to my skin tone. And then over this way, I'll take a fluffy brush and a powder foundation, just a tiny little tap. I'm gonna start where you kind of see the most skin, if you will. And this just adds your undertone, your skin tone, and just blurs and melts everything together. I really feel like it even kind of fills in gaps. So definitely give this a try, but use a very light hand, tap, and use your fluffiest brush. So since this is a Valentine's Day look, it's a little bit more of a special look. You might want to wear falsies. The ones I'm going to recommend are Ardell 424s. I like a flared lash. There is one without a flare, but I just love a flared lash. But these in particular have such a small lash band, as you can see. You see how tiny that is? It's so easy to use. And I also recommend the Duo Line It Lash It Clear. I'm gonna go ahead and throw on some glue, and then I'll kind of walk you through this just a little bit. But I do put the glue all the way across, and then I come back and I hit the back part of the lash and front part. Now most lashes I have to trim, but this particular style I actually do not have to trim. So you'll notice I'm adjusting it. And where I'm grabbing it is the center of the lash. Just go ahead and wiggle that there. See how it's not on? That's okay. Let's let it dry down a little bit. And they've been sitting here on my vanity drying for about 25 seconds. Okay, now that they've kind of become acquainted, we can start to adjust, and you'll see that it's not sliding. We could still pick it up because it's not completely glued down if we really need to adjust, but the key to not struggling with your lash is letting it become acquainted, dry down. That way you won't have all of that sliding. The sliding back and forth is really what gets us. Okay, we have that dried down there, and then right before it's fully dried down, what I'll do is I'll clamp this, and where we're clamping it is to the skin right above the lashes, not on the lashes and not completely separated from the lashes. It's just right above. And then I just take these lash tweezers, you can get these on Amazon, and then I just start to clamp it down, and then you can just give it a little fluff. There you go. Before I move on, I'm actually going to take my E29. You've seen me do this, but somebody might not have. One person might not have. So I have micellar water here. And I actually don't use micellar water to remove my makeup. I actually don't think it does a good enough job, but that's why it lends itself so wonderfully to clean up. So I'm going to melt this. Instead of doing a straight line, I'm melting and cleaning in more of a circle. Isn't this fun? I'm gonna give this a little dry off. And just continue to tap and melt this. New shade from Cali Ray. I've been using it secretly. This one is so perfect for me. Cool Sunrise can sometimes be a little too dark that I have to cover it. This one I technically wouldn't have to cover. I'm going to, if it doesn't quit rattling, but I could just wear this one alone. I'm gonna show you. But I can also wear it as a corrector. So I feel like this one is even more universal for me, and I love it. Ooh, that's nice. See, oh, it's so good. Okay, so we fluff the edges with our D2. Look how bright and perfect that is, and then it's not leaving a cast. Love this color. So I'm doing my CoverGirl Clean Invisible Foundation. This one was getting a little too dark for me, but we're back. It has been 80 degrees here, and I've been, you know, taking some strolls outside. It's been so nice. So I'm just gonna build this up a little bit. I don't want it too full coverage, but this is probably one of my favorite drugstore foundations of all time. If you ever wanna get a little extra shape to the face with minimal effort, notice that I have foundation on. I do, but I do not have concealer on. So we're gonna have some fun with this. I'm gonna put on a little bit more than I normally would. Some of you are gonna be like, Rose, you always put on a lot. I do, I like bronzer. But I am gonna see, that's a little more than I would normally put on. Okay, I'm gonna put it on here. Yeah. get all of your bronzer on, but go a little bit more heavy-handed. Now we're gonna take this concealer. I really like this specific formula because of how thin it is, and I really, really like the color. Okay, so now we're gonna go back in and shape. We're having fun. It's not scary. No scariness here. I promise. Okay, get all that on through here, you know, the center. And then we're kind of just bringing everything back, and it gives the most seamless blend. Still using that D1, we're gonna start to melt the edges, and we're gonna get this beautiful shape, but it's gonna be nice and diffused, and we didn't have to work as hard and be quite as precise. We're letting the colors kind of do the work for us, the contrast. The only thing we have to do is melt and blend. I'm not going on top of this one because this bronzer, I should say, we don't need to go on top of it, but we're just kind of diffusing edges. Now for underneath my eyes, I will switch brushes, but we're just getting this first diffusion, if you will. Switching over to the D2, I'm gonna go ahead and melt underneath here. Remember, I'm trying to keep this more rounded. I can't be trusted. I'm a wingy swooper. Can't. But I do want to just kind of go around. Really like this formula the other day. You might recognize that one, but let's use this shade. I don't know if this one's going to show up on my skin tone. I feel like this might even be for a more fair skin tone, but let's try it out. I like this idea. Ooh. I'm excited. But I like this idea of a beigey blush. So I'm gonna use my D1. No, it's gonna show up beautifully. It's kind of bronzer adjacent. Oh, I like this color. And then I'll use this side just to kind of soften it over that way. This is gonna diffuse. So we don't wanna go over the larger portion. We wanna keep that more pigmented, which is what this side will do. So I'm setting with a darker shade of the Secret Powder. Don't get mad at me. Oh, I'm holding it out of frame. Then I'm gonna take this side of the D1 and I'm gonna use the other shade, the one that you've seen the most, and brighten that up. See, I wanted a little bit more balance. The reason I set with the darker shade is so I don't have any kind of cast, and then I can do extra brightening. So there is a method. I'm going to take this side of the D1 and do a little sculpt, a little bake. I find that kind of baking is a lot easier than it is that initial precision ultra sculpt. So try this. If you ever want to just kind of play around with contouring, try a bake. And I know that we think bake, we think underneath the eye. You don't have to even bake underneath the eye. Just bake in places that you're wanting to sculpt or reshape. While we're finishing up our baking, I'm going to grab the cream part, E27, smudge that underneath here, and then, ooh, that is so nice. And I feel like this is kind of when we can start to connect it over here, make sure it's nice and rounded. I'm going to wipe that off on Sheila. Sheila's in my lap, in case you're wondering. And I'm going to grab the darker shade, and I'm going to place that closer to the lash line. Then I'm going to switch over to a fluffier, E29, grab this shade, grab it on the tip of the brush. That way we can just angle this, look up, and we won't have any fallout, and a nice blend. I don't want to add any more sparkle, but I do want an inner corner highlight, but we'll just use our powder foundation. We just want it to just brighten a little bit without sparkle. Now, instead of just wiping this away, I want you to take your foundation brush and press it in. This is not only going to keep our sculpt, but it's going to make sure the powder is nice and worked in. That way we don't have any kind of flashback or any kind of powder just sitting on top. Now I'm using this lip stain. It's more of a caramel shade. Now on my lips, it is going to start to turn a little bit more pink as my lips kind of activate with it. But I'm going for a more long-lasting lip, so it always helps. And I'm going for caramel vibes, so it always helps to kind of start with a lip stain in that tone. So then I want to do this Laura Mercier lipstick in Nude Satin. Okay, bear with me now. Now we going nowhere. I know it looks a little spookable right now, And then I'm gonna take this lip liner from Vive, and this is the shade Bark. And I'm gonna mix all this together. But I chose this particular nude lipstick because it is so caramelly, as is the lip liner and of course the lip stain. And if you take the tiniest, whatever's left on here, honestly, of powder, give it a little set. You can even do a little couple blots. This isn't gonna be completely transfer proof, but that's actually not too bad. So now you have two versions. Whether you wear pink bows, which I love, or this, which I love, I just love makeup. I just want to give you options. I did do my nails and I'm very proud of them, but don't look too close. Let's put them away before you look too close. All right, I love you so much, and definitely, again, saving this, and I'll see you in the next one.